We are live. We're live, live, live. Hey everybody, it's a Thursday night, live from Charleston. And we're sharing this on Twitter, we're sharing YouTube, Periscope, Twitch. I mean, I haven't actually shared my Twitch yet. I should do that. I should share my Twitch because I see that a bunch of you are on there. Hey Diacritical, hello Ryan. Yeah, I see a bunch of you are on Twitch and I think that's pretty cool. And we have a special guest tonight. We've got a special awesome guest that I want you all to see. You have seen this guest. Very, very, very special. You love this guest very much. Come here. Come on, Loki. 1 second. He wants to leave. Come on, come on, come on. Come here, come here. Everybody, say hi to Loki. Hey! What up? Loki wants to leave. Loki wants to leave. He doesn't want to stay with me. Come on, Loki. Come on, Loki. Yeah, it was Loki. Come on. Loki is Daniel's Bengal cat, and they're basically like part leopard, and he is so beautiful. I mean, if I show you what he's doing right now, he's about to climb up that thing. Come on. Oh, he wants to leave. Watch, look. He wants to leave. He's trying to get out. He's trying to get out of here, and I'm like, no, you can't. Come on. He's always running away from me. Why do they always run away from me? Why are they always running away from me? These guys. Come on, Loki. Come here. Don't be scared. Come on. I'm not scary. I'm not scary. Don't be scared, Loki. All right, now Loki likes Bitcoin. Loki's trying to get some of that. He's gonna make this topple over. Oh my God, I have to get this. Come on, come on. Loki, come here. Come on. He doesn't love me. If you make that fall over, look at this. This is falling over. He's gonna if he makes that lamp fall over, it's gonna be my fault. Come on. Love me. This is, oh my God. Come on, come on. No. Come on, I'll scratch your head for you. Come on, I'll scratch your head. You don't have to scratch it on the lamp. Here, come here, come here. I'll scratch your head all you want. Yeah, scratch, scratch, scratch. I'll scratch your head for you. Aw, he's staying now because I'm scratching his head. No, no, no. You're fine. I'll scratch your head for you. If you haven't seen, there's a cat in my hand. It's so cute, so cute. And I'm scratching his head. Because they like it when you scratch their head. These guys. They just like the scratching. And, yeah. So, it's funny because in terms of, this is so random, but every single person that I talk to, like every single guy or girl, popular, not popular, successful, not successful, pretty, ugly, every single person that I talk to always has the same problems, like when it comes to dating. And I was talking about it today. I was talking about it, like I'm like literally talking to people about it every day, and every single person literally has the same exact problems. And it's like, oh, well, the people I like never like me back, and the people I don't like all like me, and you know, why He's running away from me. Again. Of course. Now he's gonna go look for something else to break. So basically Daniel has 2 cats. They're both stunning. And one of them is a girl and one is a boy. The boy just breaks everything. Like, the girl's really cuddly and she always wants to be near you, and she just likes to cuddle. The guy is just always breaking things. It's like a perk. It's just like a weird thing, and I feel like this is the difference between men and women. Like, men are just always breaking shit, and women are nice, and they're just like, ah, la la la. And men are just like, bih, 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 bih. They're just breaking everything. And another thing men do, since we're on the topic of complaining about men, another thing men do is that they'll do this thing where they'll be like really ugly, and then they will talk about like women, how like bangable women are, but they'll be like really picky. They'll be like, oh no, and like, you know, really like okay looking women, pretty or okay looking women, okay, and they'll be like, oh, look at her, she's too fat, and it's like the girl just looks normal, maybe like not exactly as skinny as you want, but like these are ugly ass guys, and they'll be like, oh, ew, she has a hair just like flying out of her head, it looks so weird, ew, she's ugly, ew, she's who would want to bang that? And they're just like, and then they rate it according to like, I'd hit that, or like, ew. And so the thing is that kind of stuff, man, like, another thing that they'll do, you'll never see women do this. You'll never see like an ugly ass girl be like, ew, like this rating, you know, like rate men on their appearances. You'll never see an ugly ass girl do that, but you'll see ugly ass men do that a lot. And then another thing, Travis says those are called gay. Yes, they're gay. They're gay and they don't know it, because you can't, like, I don't understand when men will rate like hot chicks but then be like, oh, ew, and like, oh my god. And so another thing that men do that women will never do, but men do it a lot, and not a lot of men, only like the weirdos, but you won't find those kind of women weirdos, you'll only see them in men. They'll do this thing where they will over exaggerate like the amazing qualities about them. So they will not only say like the good things that they accomplished, they will like blow it up and maximize it times a million. And so like, let's say the name dropping thing is a big one, because I live in DC, in Washington DC, and that's a big thing men do is like name drop. So let's say you're a guy, this is actually, I've seen this happen so many times. Let's say you were a guy and you walked into the Trump Hotel and you saw Eric Bowling, okay, and sitting around the bar or something at the Trump Hotel, and you walk in and you're like, oh my gosh, that's Eric Bowling, and you run up to him and you're like, Mr. Bowling, can I take a selfie with you? And so you go, and so then he goes, oh sure, you can take a selfie with me, and you walk over and you take a selfie and you're smiling, cheese, and then you post it on your Instagram, whatever, and you show it to people and you're like, Eric Bowling is my best friend, see proof. And like, they'll go and then they're like applying for jobs or something, or they're trying to get street cred. They'll be like, yeah, this is Eric, or like, or they'll do something where they'll like, they'll try and work at wherever Eric Bowling works. Like, let's say Eric Bowling works at, like, you know, he works at the Blaze, right? So Eric Bowling works for the Blaze. He's I mean, he's like a big personality. He's very famous. He's got a lot of followers. So let's say you're applying for a job at the Blaze. They'll do this thing where they'll be like, hey, you know, I'm applying for this position, and Eric Bowling is my close friend. Here he is, and here's a picture of me with Eric Bowling. We're best friends. And you'll never see a girl do that. Like, name drop. Oh, I have a picture with this person from like 10 years ago that I saw this person in the street, and I begged them to take a picture with me, and like, and this is proof that I'm an important person. I mean, it's good that you saw Eric Bowling and you took a picture with him. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. But that doesn't make you like an important person. I'm not going to sit here and believe that he's your best friend because you have a picture with him. Women don't do that. They don't go and like, you know, my close friend, Justice Clarence Thomas, my close friend, he told me that I should come and speak to you. He said that I deserve to have, and it's like, let's say you met Justice Thomas at some event, and you told, you know, and you're like, oh my God, I love you, Justice Thomas, and Justice Thomas says, you're gonna be great someday, great, and then you go and you're like, Justice Thomas told me that I need, you know, that it's very important that I do this and this, and it's like, I don't know, it just, I see it so much in men. Like, I see men do that so much, where like they met someone. Justice Thomas wanted to speak with me. He said that it's an important thing. It's very important that he comes and he speaks with me. Let's say the White House. Oh, this is another classic example. The White House sends an email out to a list. It's very easy to get on the White House email list, okay? The White House, I actually unsubscribed because they send it like every day. They send you emails, okay? And so there's a classic example. Dude will be like, I got the White House so the White House sends an email like, this is great, you know, we've lowered taxes and the country is moving in a great direction. Please celebrate with us. And, you know, I don't know, this is gonna be a great moment for the country. And then so then a dude will be like, yeah, the White House has personally let me know about this, and it's like, and they said that I should celebrate with them, and it's like, no, dude, the White House has sent this email to like every single person, and women don't do that. I mean, women will do other shit, like exaggerate. Okay, women will do other shit. Women don't do that. That gets me really annoyed. The whole name dropping thing and like self-important, like exaggerating yourself way more than you're actually worth in any way, or that you've actually accomplished. But women will do something. Women will do this thing where they will they will look like shit, but then they'll post like a picture of themselves that looks like they will look like your grandma, and then they'll post a picture of themselves like looking like the hottest thing ever, airbrushed, and like always the same exact angle. I mean, I do this too, like I like only like certain angles of myself, but it's annoying. Like, it's annoying to me when I do it, but it's like even more annoying when other people do it to the extreme, and you think this person is the hottest person on the planet, and then you meet them and you're like, oh, and they'll like promote, they'll be like, yeah, like, you know, all these, they'll act as if they are very stunning, and then you meet them in person, you're just like, what? I don't know. So we all do it, I guess, but I don't do it to the extreme. Some people do it to the extreme, and it just drives me mad. So everyone needs to stop over exaggerating. I know I said you should be like, you know, you should say that you deserve this and that, but just don't over exaggerate. Okay, I'm getting people saying I should get to the point. Television and social media. Okay, social media. Oh my god, my batteries are like running out. But anyway, social media. Where did Loki go? Hey, Loki. Loki is just lying down because he's mad at me because I forced him to stay in here with me and be on this live stream. So, basically, this is what I saw on the internet. This is what I saw. I saw Ben Rhodes tweet. If the media insists, and he tweeted this today, just a couple hours ago. If the media insists on covering politics as a reality show, is it any wonder that we have a reality show star as president? Okay, so this is like the era of boomers complaining about reality stars, okay? Oh no, look at this. The travesty of Kim Kardashian, the travesty reality star president. Oh, this is where we're headed. Okay, like, I get it. I actually agree with you. Like, people who don't know anything about policy are coming in and affecting our policies. I get it. But, like, this whole, like, apocalyptic view of reality television and social media. This guy is on social media. Ben Rhodes is on social media. He's got, like, 3.9 thousand likes. He's got, how many followers? He's got 316.5 thousand followers. Why is he on social media? If it's such a travesty, oh no. Why is he on social media? If reality television and social media is so insignificant and stupid, and why is he here on social media just using it and taking advantage of it? He shouldn't be here if he thinks that social media and reality television, they did this documentary of him crying when Hillary lost and he's like, I mean, that's a form of reality television, okay? If that's so bad and ineffective, then why is he taking advantage of it? That's how things work nowadays. In the olden days, they had town halls and they had like advertisements and commercials and cable television and blah blah blah. In nowadays, we've got this is what we've got. And you know what? Social media is actually the future. Reality television was the future a few years ago and Trump got elected, but cable television is going to shit. So after cable television goes to shit, reality social media is going to be the future. YouTube is already the future, but YouTube is also going to subside, and other forms of social media will be the future. So it's constantly evolving. But the bottom line is social media and reality television is going to be the future. Yeah. So then I see this response. What's this response? So I see another person respond, a friend of mine respond. Kim Kardashian made $51 million the year he was elected. The Bachelor is on season 4. It's not just the media's fault. It's we the people. It's the culture. Oh no, we have done this to ourselves. We have made social media we have made reality television. First of all, I love reality television. I don't know why people hate it so much. Why do you hate reality television? And if you do claim to hate it, why are you so obsessed with Kim Kardashian, what Kim Kardashian says? I know, it's not important at all. It's not important. It's so insignificant to even wonder what Kim Kardashian is doing. Then if it's so insignificant, how did Kim Kardashian become so powerful? She is very powerful. You guys don't know that. Kim Kardashian is very powerful, and if you don't know that, then you're hiding yourself and your head is in the sand. Kim Kardashian's very powerful. Donald Trump's a reality star. He's powerful. He's the president. I'm sure if Kim or Kanye or whatever ran for president, they would have a pretty good chance. And Kim is now becoming like a lawyer. She's doing a great job. Social media is the future because people are tired of all this uptight, bureaucratic corporate shit. People want real people, real live people. They don't want these stuffy corporate office types. I'm sorry to say that, but Kanetta says, I know you're reading me, don't ignore me. I see your comments, I see everybody's comments. By the way, if you're on Periscope, please heart, because if you heart this video, and I know it's probably not a big deal, but if I get like a certain amount of hearts, then I can start making money from Periscope. It's crazy. I just learned about it today. So just heart this video as much as possible. If you're not gonna PayPal me, you better heart this video. That's the least you can do, is just tap the screen a bunch of times until it gets hearts. And you better like it if you're on YouTube, because otherwise I'm gonna come over there. So Kim Kardashian, okay, everyone hates the Kardashians because we don't care about them at all. They're so insignificant and they're ruining our culture. You know what? No. People want real people. The whole point of reality television is that it's supposedly reality. Although reality television is going to go away too, because it's more and more manufactured, and people don't want that. People want real. That's why YouTube became popular. That's why social media is popular. People want real. And like, I'm going to use myself as an example. As much as people criticize my live streams for being so unprofessional and like not prepared, like, you know, I don't prepare so much, I just speak from the heart, okay? As much as people complain that there's all these likes, oh my god. Low-key, let me finish this thought. As much as people complain about it, oh no, why are you, whatever, why isn't this professional enough? They're still watching it. They're still watching mine and not somebody else's. And the reason why they're watching it, the reason why people like me and other people who aren't spending money are watching this and not CNN, which spends an insane amount of money on their shows, is because people want something real. They're in the corporate world. Americans are working harder than we ever have before. Even the upper class, even the richest people, even the billionaires are working their asses off, maybe even more than everybody else. Everybody's working their asses off all day, every day, owned by the corporate companies, by big corporations. We're all owned by big corporations right now. We're all, and so they're just living like this zombie life every day. We go to universities. We're taught to be good corporate zombies all day, every day. And then we come home and we just want something real. We just want something that's not bureaucratic. We want something that doesn't require like a ton of paperwork and a ton of like official protocol in order to go through it. We just want like a real human connection that's like a real human being saying whatever they're thinking. So anyway, that's why reality TV was popular, you know, and then people found something even more genuine on YouTube. YouTubers became popular. How the first time ever we're having YouTubers come on cable television shows. Finally, cable television shows, these self-important, stupid, insignificant cable television hosts. And I'm allowed to say that they're self-important, stupid, and insignificant. You know why? Because they are, and they're going down. Their direction's going down. Oh no, the future. I'm not worried about the future because all these shitholes are going down. Cable television's going down. And they don't want to admit it. And all old people who are still following these, they don't want to admit it. These people are going down. The people who are going up are these little YouTubers that you like to make fun of because they're so unprofessional. And by the way, like, a lot of people, there's Loki. What's up, Loki? A lot of people are great. I'm trashing a lot of people that don't deserve to be trashed. A lot of people, like in DC, it's not worth it to leave cable television and go for social media. In DC is a very corporate town. In DC, the way you make money is through cable television. You can't go and you're not going to benefit from YouTube or social media in DC as much as you will from playing along with the corporate way of doing things and trying to get on cable television. Nobody's going to take you seriously if you're a YouTuber in DC. They will take you seriously if you're on TV. That's just DC though. That's just Washington, D.C. and other very, very corporate institutions. In regular America, in the rest of the country that is not important and corporate and all that stuff, people don't care. People like social. Okay, so to prove it, guess who became the first woman late night show host that is a YouTuber? Lily Singh. Lily Singh, S-I-N-G-H. She's like Indian, okay? Or I don't know, Pakistan. She's Indian. Indian Canadian. All right, I said it right. Lily Singh, she's a comedian. She's a comedian Canadian, and she's funny. She's on YouTube. She started off making dumb videos like this. Not like this. I mean, I'm doing live streams, but she would make the videos edited. But they were still like very not professional, just little videos. And she was doing it more and more and more. Eventually, they became more professional. Eventually, they became funnier. I mean, it was good. Eventually she became better at it. And, whether you like her or not, she eventually is now recruited by NBC to be the late night show host. And that's great because finally cable television is recognizing that maybe you don't have to be this, it's important to take advantage of the social media people. There are so many very talented people on YouTube. Oh my God. With a ton of followers. There are so many people on YouTube with a ton of followers. When I say nobody pays attention to, I mean the corporate world isn't paying attention to. Corporate media is paying billions of dollars to these people who are not accomplishing as much. But there are a ton of people on YouTube that are very talented, have a ton of followers, have a lot more influence, and people don't take advantage. There's a lot of money there to be made. People don't take advantage. So, low-key, you want to leave? Did you want to leave? You wanted to go out? Gary Vee talks about this a lot, says fart magnets. You know what? I read his book, Gary Vee, Jab Social Media. Something like that. It's basically a book. It's about social media and all that stuff. It talks about different things. There's Twitter, Facebook. I don't like Facebook. Facebook is going down. Facebook fell into the corporate hole. They're going down. So there's Twitter, YouTube. Periscope is going to be big. I think Periscope is going to do well. YouTube is going to keep doing well, I think. But they will go down eventually. And there's a bunch of other video platforms. People are mentioning DLive. I think DLive is going to be great because DLive is run on cryptocurrency. So I think it's more decentralized. And so I think they'll do well. There is Twitch. There's One Watch says they're all corporate. That's true, they are all corporate, but It's important that there's a lot of them. So then we've got like a free market flow. Not one person is going to own everybody. And the more there are, the more individual rich people there are, instead of just like one person who's controlling everything. Logan Paul. If YouTubers weren't important or significant or have any influence, why is Logan Paul on Fox? Why did Fox News bring in Logan Paul to talk about absolutely nothing? Because Logan Paul has influence, and they know that. They know that he probably has more influence than them. And people don't take advantage of this. The 2020 candidates that take advantage of this will be the ones that win. The 2020 candidates that take advantage of social media power. To be honest, I think the only person who's really recognized that so far, Tulsi Gabbard is like, really good at that. And I've seen her people campaign personally reach out to influencers, because she knows that social media people have a lot of have a lot of influence. They've got a lot of sway with the younger crowds. So Tulsi Gabbard's one of them. Andrew Yang. Why did I forget his name? Andrew Yang is another guy who's the memers online, the YouTubers, the gamers. Those people have a lot of influence. That's our culture. He gets it. And that's why Donald Trump won. Donald Trump won because he had all the YouTubers and the gamers and all those people behind him. They were the ones running the pro-Trump culture. They are the ones with influence. Hamid says, Andrew Yang, Democrat, only man to appear on Ben Shapiro's podcast. That's true. He was the only person who went on Shapiro's podcast because he knew that more people are watching Ben Shapiro's podcast than all these stupid TV shows, than a lot of the stupid TV shows. He knew that Ben Shapiro's podcast has a lot of influence. If he has a chance to be on that show, why wouldn't he take it? Why wouldn't he try and be seen by Shapiro supporters? So he's smart. He knows that YouTube people, a lot of like Democratic candidates, Democratic 2020 candidates, a lot of them are starting to like notice that social media is important. They're starting to notice the whole appeal of the authentic candidate, the authentic person who is real and is showing you a part of their life that most people aren't showing you because they're afraid of bad publicity. They see how far it can get them, right? So basically you've got all these people like Elizabeth Warren, but these people are making it even worse for themselves because they're trying way too hard. So they're going there, they're trying to be like Trump, being like cool and whatever, inflammatory or whatever, and they'll come to like Elizabeth Warren, with her beer in her kitchen with her husband. It's just a regular weekday night. I'm with my husband and we're having beer in our kitchen. You popped in. Oh, hello there. And trying to be authentic but making it even worse because it's just very forced. Very forced AOC videos where she's like, doing these things. Actually, AOC is doing a better job than all of them, so we'll give her props for that. Beto doing his like skateboarding, his let's take a video of myself getting my teeth done. You popped in here. I didn't know that you were gonna be here, right? Even though it's my hand that did this, right? You popped in here and you happened to. I didn't realize that phone was gonna be here and watch me do my teeth cleaning. While I have you here and you interrupted my teeth cleaning, you might as well listen to this policy that I was about to share with you and blah blah blah. And while we're here talking about this immigration problem. Let me just switch the camera over to the dental hygienist who happens to be the daughter of a immigrant who passed through the border, and she's got something to say about this immigration problem. Oh, since we're here, we might as well, okay, we're gonna go back to teeth cleaning. Thank you for stopping by. It was very, very unexpected. I did not expect for my phone to just suddenly appear in my hand, right, looking at me while I'm getting my teeth cleaned. So that's Beto, and there's a lot of them are trying to do this where they're just like overthinking it, like over trying hard to be authentic. Authenticity is gonna win 2020. I mean, maybe not even 2020, just in general, people want authenticity, and that's gonna be the future. That's why social media is being a thing. And but it's constantly going to be evolving. Maybe not even social media. The future won't always be social media, because social media is also evolving to become a little bit inauthentic. Things are moving very quickly. Social media is being heavily censored, so a lot of the authentic people are actually being kicked off to these like underground platforms. Joe Biggs, a friend of mine, I don't know, I heard he said some crazy shit, but he is one of the people who's very authentic. He says a lot of shit that he really believes or means or whatever. A lot of people who say offensive shit or authentic shit, they're being kicked off of social media, and it's all very arbitrary. So basically what they're doing is they're instilling a fear in you. So anything that you say that might be a little bit offensive, which very arbitrary, very relative, is going to get you banned or in trouble. You're going to lose your voice that you worked so hard to have because you wanted to run away from the other corporate people, and now you're being censored by them too. So now you've got nowhere to run to be yourself. So they'll do that, and so now you're afraid to be yourself completely. So they're actually creating a culture of inauthenticity on social media. So social media won't always be the future. Joe Biggs, he's hilarious. He's still got his followers. He's still got the people who see him as a place where they can be themselves because he's funny or what, he's authentic. So they're gonna follow him wherever he goes next. A lot of these influencers, their fans will follow them where they go next, because that's what people want. People crave the people who say things like it is, and who are not just bowing to the corporate gods. So I don't even know what that will be next, but I know people like Joe or other people who have been chased out by social media. I know that they've got their own things that they're going to do. They've got their own future projects that they're going to do. They're not planning to leave the communicative influencer career anytime soon. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. People keep asking me about my teeth. These are my teeth. See how perfect they are? And I had braces like twice. The first time I had braces, I was like, in my teens. And then the second time I had braces, it was like 2 years later, because they basically had to, because I had TMJ. So the first time I had braces, it was like it put my jaw in a way that made me have a click. So I had to have braces again so that they could rearrange my teeth and basically change the position of my jaw so it wouldn't click anymore. So I used to have TMJ, and now I don't, because they rearranged all my teeth so that my jaw should be in a different position and it doesn't click anymore. Is that crazy? So I had braces, and I also brush my teeth twice a day. I can't go to sleep without brushing my teeth. It's really hard for me to fall asleep without my teeth being brushed. It just feels gross and blah. Belle Delphine says, Pardes teeth for president 2020. Yes. I will never run for president. By the way, if I ever run for president, please show me this clip of me saying I will never run for president, and come and like slap me in the face with it. Like have it on your phone and just be like, pew. Yeah, I don't know why people do that shit to themselves, running for any kind of office. I have more power just being me and talking into the camera and communicating with people and influencing people in my own way. Just, you know, bringing light into my phone. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think that politician life is a beautiful life. I don't understand why people do it. They say it's because I want to help the country, and a lot of them do, but a lot of them are just jackasses who just want some sort of fake made up prestige that only matters in DC and nowhere else. Okay, you go have that. Some people are really meant for it. Some people are really meant for office. It's not always those people who go and run though. It's always the people who shouldn't be running. And some people are really meant to run for office. They should be the ones running. It's up to the people to go and encourage those people to run for office. There are so many people I can think of who know a lot. They know they're very smart about whatever, politics. There are a lot of great people who should be running, and they don't. And then there are a lot of jackasses who shouldn't be running, and they do. Because it's really up to the people. I mean, in Samuel, right? In Samuel, the Bible book of Samuel, it wasn't the kings themselves who would come up, and it wasn't David himself who was like, you know, I'm your future king, or Saul. It wasn't Saul who came over and was like, I'm your future king. It was someone else who vetted that person and who came over and said, you are the future king, and then the person was like, no, I'm not the future king. And then he was like, yes, you are. And this is what you will do if you care. You know, Moses, when the burning bush came to him, you know, when God came to him in a burning bush, and God is like, you know, you're gonna lead the Jews out of Egypt or whatever. You're gonna lead the Israelites, make them free from the Egyptian slave masters. And Moses didn't want to, and God told him to. It's not like these people like chose to be leaders and they just elected themselves. They were elected by other people. And so it's up to people, it's up to the people to elect their politicians. It's not up to these stupid jackasses who just want to be famous or important in DC politics to be like, all right, I'm running, and just, you know. Anyway, Steph just joined, Steph Black. Steph is our favorite woman here. She's not only does everybody love Steph, she is really one of the few people I know, and I say this all the time so I sound like annoying and repetitive, but just in case you haven't heard this, Steph is really one of the few people I know who's like, she's on the left, she's hardcore what she believes in, on the left, but she is smart and willing to engage in any sort of debate. She wants to know about everything. She wants to know about what other people are thinking. And people are saying Steph is pretty. She's beautiful. And she's also beautiful on the inside. She's genuine. She really, and Daniel, who I'm at Daniel's place now, Daniel Bostic. He knows Steph too, personally, and, you know, he agrees. And I think that we need more of those people who are willing to connect with other humans on a human level and be able to, like, I'm just so sick of this whole, like, we have to fight for the movement, and this person is our political ally, and that person is not. And it's like, you are really gonna choose your friends based on, like, who they voted for. Like, come on. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't know everything that everyone stands for in every office. You know what I mean? And also, I don't care. Like, if you're a good person, I want to be your friend. If you're a good, genuine, real person, I want to be your friend. And beyond that, I want to be able to learn what you know. And I want to be able to understand and I want to be able to see what you saw growing up, because the reality is, if we all knew what each other knew, and if we all saw the things that each other saw, we would all be able to, if not agree, we would all be able to understand each other so well. Like, we might even all agree, because people, okay, I'm gonna take questions. Don't worry, I'm gonna take questions. But if it's like, that person is that, I can't believe that person could think this way or whatever, and I say that too. I say that too. But the truth is that if you grew up in that person's body and that person's circumstances, you might actually believe the same exact thing that they believe. So people like Steph are really important, because they try to put themselves in other people's shoes and to understand what those other people already know and feel. And it's so rare and just stupid political shithole. And anyway, questions. What are your questions? Oliver D says, I don't think girls are into Trump, but Tulsi's pretty good looking. Vagabond says, read an encyclopedia. What's an encyclopedia? Kidding! Diacritical One says, I live in Brooklyn. My zip code has 36,000 Democrats, 119 Republicans. Can't be picky. Tulsi 2020 says, what do you think about the Tulsi versus Google lawsuit? I think it's great that Tulsi is suing Google. Good luck with that. But it's great, and I hope that the rest of the country backs her up. I hope every single person, Democrat, and you know what, she's so smart, because she knows that everybody is mad at Google. Democrat, Republican, zombie, alien, everybody hates Google right now. I mean, you know, I like Google right now because I love what's happening here on YouTube, and I want, you know, this YouTube channel to grow big and everything, and I love it. But everybody in general is mad at Google. And Tulsi is being very smart, because she's picking an issue that everybody can get behind. Everybody wants big tech censorship. So everybody, like, if you're a Democrat, you want big tech, not big tech censorship. What am I saying? You want regulations on big tech. You want the government to, you know why? Because for so long, it was conservatives who was like, you know, we don't want the government in our business. We don't want the government regulating this or that. And I agree with that. I don't want the government in every part of my life. That's why a lot of us fall on the conservative, you know, spectrum, whatever. We don't want the government involved in every aspect of our lives. But what if big tech is more powerful than the government? Then the government isn't controlling every part of your life. Big tech is controlling every part of your life. And in that case, maybe the government is not the enemy. Maybe it's big tech. Maybe big tech is the enemy, controls every part of our life. And it's even worse, because the government works for the people, is at least expected to work for the people. Big tech isn't expected to work for the people. Big tech owns us and is not expected to work for us, and they can act as tyrants however much they like. They can steal your data and use it for whatever they like, and encourage you to build a platform for years and then just take it away from you in an instant. They can, you know, like, even YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. YouTube has so much power. Even if you don't like YouTube, you're gonna be on YouTube because where else is there to go? So YouTube can take 50% of what you make. And YouTubers, a lot of them are making a lot of money. But guess what? YouTube itself is making an insane amount of money from these ads. If you're making, for channels that are monetized, whatever you're making, YouTube is taking a massive portion. I think it's like 50%. An insane amount of the cut that you're making, YouTube is taking. So how amazing would it be if this power was broken up between major big tech companies owning everything? They're more powerful than the government. So anyway, everybody can get behind this. Everybody can get behind the idea that big tech needs to be regulated. And so Tulsi going and filing a lawsuit against Google is a great move. She's saying that Google like took down her ads or something, or they took down her live stream or something like that. I don't know. And so and then they also did something, they censored Breitbart or something. So she's saying that ultimately that's a good excuse for her to do it because everybody wants big tech to go down, or at least be controlled. So Radio Goat says, everyone will abuse power when they get it. Human nature, I think. Yep, I agree. And that's why it's up to us to always vet the people at the top. Keep them in check. And if we don't take big tech, and the thing is that why shouldn't they take advantage? When we let them take advantage, why shouldn't they? It's up to us to keep them in check. It's up to the government to keep them in check. It's up to the people who can to try and keep them in check, and before they cause serious damage. Because they can. And if you can, why wouldn't you? Jeffrey says, not those who support freedom. I mean, so that's the thing. Like, you support freedom. For who? What if the freedom of these 3 big tech companies means everybody else loses their freedoms? It is an abuse of power. Oh, well, why don't you find another big tech company? Why don't you find another internet? Why don't you find... These people own us. If you've ever been online, you need to be online in order to have a job in the 21st century. Unless you're like a cherry picker. Okay? You need the internet. The internet is a necessity. Like, people are going to other parts of the world and giving them free internet as like charity because you can't live without internet right now. In order to have like a legit job that pays your bills and feeds you and your family. And when the internet is owned by like 2 networks, they control you. They own you basically. Ultimate Gift says, I'll ask you, do you like DC? And it suspended me for a minute. Yeah, there are some people's comments that actually don't even show up because there's like an algorithm. If you say the word rape, or if you say, I don't even know, I shouldn't even have said that word because I've had friends like have their videos taken down or demonetized because they said that word, R-A-P-E. If you say F-U-C-K, S-H-I-T, anything that's kind of negative or negative sounding, if you say S-U-I-C-I-D-E, like anything that's like a dark word, they're gonna censor you. And so I won't see your comment. So don't say R-A-P-E or S-H-I-T or F-U-C-K or something else that's dark because I won't see it. And if you do say it, I can actually go through every single comment and like see it. Like I can actually go on my computer and maybe try and find out. But you might as well just you might as well just, you know, just try and stay away from those words. Yeah, that's me telling you that, despite also complaining about that. All right, we're at 55 minutes. I still haven't been putting this on Anchor. I'm so sorry, you guys. Anchor is where I was supposed to have my audio podcast, but it's okay because we still have audio for now. We still have audio, and it is Joe Anderson. You'll see in my comments every time we have one of these live streams, Joe Anderson pulls the audio from the live streams. He makes it in a way that you can listen to on your earphones at work, on your way. All right, internet connection is unstable, so we're gonna go. If this is actually gonna shut down. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like this video on Periscope. Hit the heart button a bunch of times, because when you do that, eventually I can start making money from this. So if you're not gonna pay a PayPal, hit the heart button on Periscope. Hit the like button on YouTube. Subscribe. And what I was gonna say is, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, the audio. Joe Anderson, look for the comments later. Look in the comments of my Twitter account. Every time that this video goes up on Twitter, Joe Anderson pulls the audio and puts it in a link in a response to my Periscope tweets, and then I retweet it. So you can listen to it in the meantime, as audio in the meantime, until I fix up my audio for Anchor, my podcasting app. And then Anchor will send it to Spotify and Apple Play, Google Play, SoundCloud, all these different podcasting platforms, Stitcher, Breaker, Radio, whatever, and you'll be able to listen to it. All right, I'm gonna go and watch a movie called Annabelle. It's a horror film, and I'm gonna tell you guys about it, about the horror film. It sounds kind of creepy. It's this family that does exorcism, and this little creepy doll that puts curses on people who have it. Anyway, I'll tell you guys what it was like. See you all tomorrow night. This is Thursday, so tomorrow night is Friday night. So see you all tomorrow night, and sweet, sweet, sweet dreams. Yes, it's Annabelle.